Like a 5.
Haven't you rated it higher before?
I did 6.9.
Yeah, stick with 6.9. Come on.
I'll do 6.9.
All right, I give myself a 5. Andrew, what about you?
I mean, I'm clearly a 10.
Clearly.
I actually like that energy.
Why are you laughing? What's so funny about
I like that energy. I felt like you finally, like we were on the same page there. So I actually enjoyed that 100%.
Okay. And I'm curious though. You've had some plastic surgery, right?
Filler, yeah.
The lip filler. Were you a 10 before the lip filler?
No.
What were you before?
I'll give myself an 8.
So the lip filler, just to be clear, the lip filler added 2 points to your
completely changed my face.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's what I do as a job.
It completely changed your face.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
It enhances what you naturally have. Well, for some people go a little bit too far with it, don't they? But it can just enhance what is already there. So.
Okay. And then I'm curious, so you're a 10. Who is a guy that you think is a 10?
That's a hard one. I don't really think about guys in that way.
Because of the billionaire thing, we get it.
Probably like Jalen Hurts.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I have no idea who the fuck that is. Okay, Jalen Hurts. Okay, can we pull? Should we? Jalen? Can you Google that? Jalen Hurts.
Good one.
Yeah.
I'm saying Justin Bieber.
All right, I see it.
Justin Bieber.
Is it because he's a professional athlete?
No, it's a handsome-looking man. You're asking me objectively attractive. Who's an attractive man?
Okay, that's like a 10 for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Good smile. Seems
and then can you tell me like think of a woman who's a 10 that we could like pull up?
Megan Fox.
I was literally just about to say that. Yeah.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, sure. We don't. I think most people know what she looks like. So your assessment of your own looks is you're just as attractive as Megan Fox in terms of your physical appearance.
Are you gonna stop the cat? I can be delusional. Yeah, I'm 100%. I stick by my answer.
Oh, you said you can be delusional, is what you're.
No, you can say I'm delusional.
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
it.
Do you believe you're delusional?
Maybe. Okay. I think that's not a bad thing entirely.
To be delusional. Interesting.
I think life's a lot better when like you just
when you're just
think you're like the hottest piece of ass on the planet.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting though, because do you think that might have an impact on like the kind of person you can actually get, whether you're a man or a woman who's delusional? If you're like, I'm this attractive, I deserve this caliber of person, but can't get them, or I'm, at least for women, I can only get sexual access to these men, but I can't lock them down for a relationship. So do you think being delusional is actually helpful?
Yeah, because you move in the world with a different confidence. I've never had that problem that you're talking about in terms of like locking people down. I've never personally had that problem.
You're 27 and you've been single for 3 years.
By choice.
Who did? Oh, by choice.
By choice.
But you said you've never had any trouble locking people down, but you're sleeping and fucking men. So can you explain that?
Well, if I am hooking up with someone, it's one person at a time, but it's not like
that's fine. Cool.
Okay. So I choose not to be in a relationship.
Okay.
That's my choice.
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that I'm not able to lock it down.
So just to be clear, all these billionaire men that you're like dating and sleeping with, you're just like, I'm just going to like continue to like fuck different people, albeit one at a time, and I'm not going to actually, get into a relationship.
Could be, if that was the case.
That could be the case, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Okay. And do you want kids?
Yeah.
You want to be married?
Sure, someday, if I find the right guy.
Okay, if you find the right guy who's a billionaire.
Ideally,
right. Okay, that's pretty interesting. It's such a troll.
That's not a troll.
Yeah, so you think that it would be, I guess, how do I want to frame this? If somebody, like for example, let's say there's a guy who he lived in his mom's basement, smoked weed every day, played video games, didn't have a job, he was like obese, I'm trying to think what other descriptors, like Cheeto dust, the whole meme, whatever. And he was like, you know what? I'm delusional. I will only date like a 10 out of 10 Victoria's Secret model. Do you think like he's gonna get her?
Do you think that's a fair comparison?
Absolutely, sure.
That's what I'm giving right now.
Yeah, you want to date a guy who makes $1 billion a year? Yeah.
Okay. If you feel that way, that's okay.
But why don't you answer my question before asking me a question? Go ahead.
Rephrase your question for me,
How
please.
about you repeat it back to me?
The question was, am I in the same boat as the person that you described?
No, I'll ask the question again. So the guy I described, do you think it would be reasonable for him to be like, I'm not going to settle for less. I want a virgin Victoria's Secret supermodel, 10 out of 10, not these like woke supermodels, none of that shit. Like I'm talking like old school supermodels, that status, right? You think he's delusional? You think he can get a supermodel? Like most y'all women would clown on a dude like that who's like, I'm gonna wait for a Victoria's Secret model.
First of all, that's none of my business on what that person wants and what they would try to go after. So
Yeah,
am
I'm
I
asking you to
they're
engage
delusional?
with a hypothetical. So
Right? Do I think they're delusional? Sure.
Okay, cool.
So I said, I already
and
told you think that.
that's cool, but do you think they're gonna be able to get the Victoria's Secret model?
I don't know. I can't answer
really?
that. I don't know.
How about this? If you had to bet your life on it, you had to bet your life, or you had to bet all the money that you have made and will make and currently have. If you were a betting woman, how would you bet?
I can't answer that question.
Yes, you literally can. It's a hypothetical.
Probably, but he wouldn't. But is there a chance that he could? I have no idea. There's a lot of things that go into that.
So you would bet against him?
Sure.
Cool. So he's delusional.
I already said that, though.
Right. But do you think it's a good, like, if he's perhaps ignoring, let's say there's a lot of men who also think like him, who are in his exact same position. You don't think that this is going to, lead to perhaps, and say they also want to have kids and get married, and they're like, but I'm not settling unless I get that Victoria's Secret model. Do you think he's going to ever have kids and get married?
Well, how is that my problem?
I'm not asking whether it's your problem or not.
Do I think he's ever going to have kids? No, probably not, but that's not my problem. If he wants that and he can't get that, then that's his own problem.
Right. Yeah.
So I said, if I find somebody that I want to make my husband, that makes sense, I will get married. If not, then I won't. I already said that.
Sure. Andrew, I think you had something on this.
Yeah, well, I mean, just a couple of questions. So, do you agree that Los Angeles, California is a place where many, many young, beautiful women go in order to make it in both Hollywood or in order to network? It's probably one of the major places on planet Earth for young, beautiful women to go to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you would say that the competition out there is pretty stiff, right?
I don't look at other women as competition, but if you put it that way, then sure.
Well, you don't look at other women as competition?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like, so you've never thought, wow, there's really a lot of beautiful women around me, and there's going to be some type of competing which has to be done if you want to get a ring on your finger by a billionaire at least. Right?
No, I don't really look at that scenario in that way.
What
Truthfully.
way do you look at it?
I've never walked into a room of bad bitches and I'm like, damn, there's competition in here. That's like not really how I live my life, you know?
Okay, how do you look at it then?
I'm Alex Zamora. I live my life and I look how I look, and my personality is what my personality is. So I will gravitate towards the people that like me.
Yeah, right. But again, you're gonna have a ton of competition in that localized area, especially the Los Angeles area, all around there, Santa Barbara. There's tons of rich yuppies all around that area. That's true. But they can get whoever the fuck they want. So why do they want you exactly? when they can have any beautiful woman that they want?
Well, maybe they don't. That specific guy that you're talking, like, I don't know what we're even talking about here, because you're trying to make me feel like I should have competition with other women, but that's just not how I run my life.
Well, you run it that way or not doesn't mean that that's not the fact of the matter. The fact of the matter is that there's many women who are in a similar boat to you who would want a man who was handsome and made a lot of money. You would agree that that's true, right?
Sure.
So what makes you exceptional in comparison to these other women?
I'm me. All the qualities that I am and I have.
And those are?
My looks, my personality.
But looks-wise, you're in a place that is known for having the most beautiful women on planet Earth.
Sure, beautiful is subjective.
Yeah. Well, perhaps. But do you think that there's a subjective standard which is shared by most people?
Sure.
Like, for instance, don't you think that if you ask most men if they thought that Megan Fox was hot, or if they thought like a multiple ICU burn victim was hotter than Megan Fox, they'd probably answer Megan Fox was hotter, right?
Sure.
Now, I can concede that there may be some guy out there somewhere who wants a multiple ICU burn victim. I have never met him, but I'm sure he exists. But at least within the confines of the subjective standard, it seems that there would be some kind of agreement as to what a beautiful woman does look like, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if that's the case, then you seem to, at least from the subjective, have tons and tons and tons of stiff competition, which is available to compete with you. So I'm just asking you, what are the things which would make you stand out from that stiff competition?
My personality.
What's so great about that?
What's so great about my personality?
Yeah.
I'm actually really funny, but you guys are, I don't know,
Oh, yeah?
everyone's
Tell
a
me a
little...
joke. Make me laugh.
I've already made you laugh with my delusional answers.
You haven't made me laugh, but tell me a joke, funny lady. Come on.
That's not really my humor.
I want to
like
laugh. I want to
comedian
laugh. Come on. I want to
humor.
laugh. Tell me a
Well,
joke.
she's funny, not a comedian. You know?
No, got it.
Thank you.
All right. What else? What are the other things that really make you stand out?
I am loyal. I cook, I clean.
So the competition that you would have would be against other potential women who are beautiful, at least whatever your subjective standard was, because you're a 10, right? So that would leave an awful lot of other 10s also in competition who are loyal and cook and clean. Gee, I could see where a millionaire would really, I mean, he would be like, damn,
You're so
that
right.
really, that's the thing that grabbed me. Because all these other women aren't loyal and don't cook and clean. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
It's honestly hard to find that these days. It like low key. But sure, if you feel
It's
that way.
hard for a millionaire to find a pretty woman who cooks, cleans, and is loyal. Really? That's hard for them? You think that's difficult for a millionaire to find?
In LA, probably, yeah.
Where they have like the whitest selection ever, which would be LA, of exactly the, okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's really all I had on it. I don't know where Brian went, but
We don't either.
yeah, I have no idea. Well, let me ask you a question. You guys, you think, raise your hand if you said that you're above an 8. Yeah, your self-assessment was above an 8, or an 8 or higher. Just one? Yeah, okay. So I'm just curious, right? I'm always curious about this. If I ask you in the center chair, the redhead, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name
Haley.
earlier. I usually have my notepad down here. and I
Yeah,
write it
that's
down,
okay.
But I didn't have it handy, so my apologies in advance. What makes you an 8, do you think?
I don't
Not
think.
personality-wise, right? Everyone wants to always say my personality, but it's a self-assessment for beauty.
Okay.
And
Aesthetically.
and not for personality. Yeah.
I would say I have a bit of a different look. I have crazy big red hair. I don't know. I just look a little bit alternative. I from the attention that I have received throughout my life, I'm judging it on that also. But then that would be personality. as well. It's kind of like as a whole. But yeah, I think I've learnt to like myself enough to know that, yeah, I'm good looking. I think it'd be quite worrying if I thought I was less than that, to be honest, with the life experience that I have.
Okay. And then, Chair One, what are the things that make you a 10 from a subjective beauty standpoint?
I have a different look also. I'm half Asian, half Filipino, half Italian, high cheekbones, cute little button nose, big doe eyes that look right into your soul. I don't even know where the camera's
no,
at.
you're
I'm like, where's the fucking camera?
I mean, look at her.
I have an athletic build. You know, whether Brian likes it or not, I'm getting a boob job next month. So, no more 8 cups. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm athletic, I'm fit, I have a 6-pack, my face is subjectively,
Very
I think,
symmetrical.
attractive.
I don't know if you guys have seen her side profile, but
Yes.
it's making
I know,
me
it's
debate
perfect.
getting a
Serious,
nose job.
it's so
like,
nice.
it's honestly,
Oh, before I kiss you on the forehead.
Yeah, your nose is very nice.
Thank you. I've been getting a lot of nose job allegations, and like, I'm not a gatekeeper, so if I did get a nose job, I totally would put you guys on, give you the surgeon, but this is my nose. I just
if
contour
that
the
was
fuck out of it.
surgery, I would like pay you for the answer.
No,
But it's clear
I
that
would
it's
give it to you.
natural.
No, a lot of people are like coming for me on the internet, like, you got a nose job, stop lying. I'm like, I wouldn't lie. I'm very honest. It's one thing about me. Maybe delusional, but I'm honest.
All right. Andrew, did you have more, or I had to step away for a moment there?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Okay, we're going to get this